Alright, boys and girls, we are back with our video making our flash loan. But quick reminder, if you do want something like this or any other web project done, email down below, as well as to get access to the course material and source codes. Same drill, email down below, reach out to me and my team will get it built for you. um yeah, but quick to for a quick recap, in our last video we were making our flash loan trading bot. So just kind of recap it. What is a flash loan trading bot? Or flash loan trading bot? um a flash loan trading bot is a, as the name suggests, trading bot, right? That like leverages flash loans to earn profit on the blockchain. So what are flash loans? Um, Flash loans are special transactions that you can do on the blockchain, right? For basically free, that can get you a profit, right? So you can execute a flash loan for free, and kind of pretend like you have more money than you do to earn some profit from that in that same transaction. That's the layman's version of it. All right. And we were working on our flash loan strategy here, our flash loans bot. And if you do remember, so like if you missed that, you can go ahead and watch those videos. But yeah, if you do remember, last time we had our we had our bot trading, but it wasn't finding enough profitable transactions for us to cover transaction fees. So we went on, we developed some more strategies about how we want to do it. Either gonna post those videos or they're gonna be in the course material down below, to talking about those specific strategies. So again, if you do want that extra access to that material, reach out, email down below. Maybe I'll put it up here. Who knows? But it's pretty. It's just extra, right? So yeah. So that's what we decided to do. We decided to take the strategy a little bit differently. All right. And what we decided on, right? We decided that we don't just want to be fast, right? Like we want to be both fast and early, right? What do I mean by early? What do I mean by early? All right. So um, there's this idea of sniping, right? So like what we call sniping, right? So what would be an example of this is, let's say somebody created some crypto token, right? And you wanted to be one of the first people in, right? But you don't know that person, you don't know them, like you've never heard of them, they never met you, you've never met them. But like there's a good chance that this thing is gonna like go to the moon, right? What we can do is we can create a bot that like monitors the blockchain for those transactions, right? And whenever we see a token that that's being created that matches our criteria, that we think like it's gonna be worth something, we can snipe it, right? Meaning that as soon as it's like entered into the pool, into the blockchain, right, we can get a piece, and then if it goes to the moon, or a small piece would be worth a lot, because we grabbed a piece of the action while it was super cheap, or worth nothing, right? And that's kind of the idea behind sniping. We're taking that same idea, right, and we're bringing that into our flash loan, so that we're not just fast, but we're also early, right? So if you remember, so what we decided to do is we're not just gonna be looking at for opportunities. We're gonna be looking for fresh tokens for our opportunities, right? And that will give us a little bit of an edge, right? Because then if not everybody's looking at it, then it has more potential, right? Something like that, right? So um, what we had kind of done, we had kind of built up this like little monitor here, which I'll probably explain again, right? But basically the general idea is that we'll be looking for those specific instances where we have some token or tokens being created or newly exchanged, right? That has fits our criteria, that like it fits our criteria for something we want to make into our flash loan, right? So let's say it has Bitcoin, and let's say it has USD. Let's say it has USD, right? USDT, right? And it's being, so somebody created it. They added some USDT to the blockchain with it. We want to know some new token, right? We want to know about that new token as fast as we possibly can, right? Which is where our bot comes in, and where our monitoring script comes in here, right? And we want to look at the blockchain to see those new transactions, right? So we can be one of the first ones to know about the opportunities for Arb. Interesting things that we might be able to do there is, like, let's say they created you know um they firstly created it, you know, like with Bitcoin or USDT or whatever, and you know, or what BNB or whatever, right? So they create, and we can do what is called like a triangular right? A triangular arbitrage, right? So let's say they just added like USDT, you know, meme, maybe Pepe is Pepe too, who knows? Um, That's the funny thing. I actually saw like Pepe like when it like 2 days. I was like, yo, this thing could like be that, like, I swear to God, like could go to like Shib, you know. And I was just like, yo, I could buy this. Like that's when it was like weird though, and I was just like, since it's been like up 300%, right? But I had different focuses. But yeah, back to our flash loans part, right? Um, so you know, like yeah, so that's the general idea, right? And with the triangular arbitrage, what we can do is we can say, all right, you know, they added real quick a while ago. They added USDT meme, right? Let's look at that, right? And then typically what happens afterward is they add additional liquidity, right, in the form of like Bitcoin or BNB or USDC or something. And oftentimes what happens is that because the peer is new, there are inefficiencies there, and that's where our arbitrage comes in, right? So we get to buy, because we get to buy for USDC or something, and then swap it for USDT and get more USDT out, right? Or get more Bitcoin out or something like that. And that's kind of the idea, right? And so right now our strategy, right now the part of our strategy where we are, we're going to be looking for those tokens, right? Those newly created tokens or those fresh transactions. We're going to be you know, making we're going to be dynamically kind of adding them to our like list of things that we're looking at on the blockchain for arbitrage opportunities, so that we are one of the first ones in. Now if that sounded like super technical, trust me, it's not as technical as it sounds, right? Basically we're just looking for new shit, right? And then when we see new shit, we're gonna look and see if there is some you know, inefficiencies with the new shit, some fresh opportunity with the new meme, whatever, so like we can profit. That's basically it. All right, so we are here, you know, like on Polygon. So Polygon, you know, is just another blockchain, and this we're unlike the blockchain. We're looking at our transaction, we're looking for our new opportunities, right? And if you're not familiar with this is just something where you can look at the blockchain, right? So we're looking at our peer contract here. We are, you know, again, bring it back down to layman's terms. Like we're just looking at the backend for an exchange, or decentralized exchange. In this case, a quick swap. You know, but we can do with whatever exchange, and we might, actually, we probably will. This is QuickSwap, right? And basically, if you don't know what a decentralized exchange is, you know, it's basically just like a bank in layman's terms, that you go to like exchange your cryptocurrencies, right? You can also create new ones, and you know, but you know, trade the ones that you already have. So that's the gist of it, right? And we're just on the back end here, you know, like the parts that you know, users typically don't use, right? And what that allows us to do, it allows us to see all the logs, you know, that are things happening. So you can see swap here that happened 45 seconds ago. This here 1 minute, right? So you don't see these, you know, like you know, people typically wouldn't see these at first, right? But we'll have the advantage because we're using our bot to look at it, right? And then once we find something that we like, we're gonna add it to our list, and then we're gonna keep we're gonna keep track of it for arbitrages, right? And that's basically the general idea, right? So if that sounded pretty a bit, you know, too complicated, not super complicated, we're just looking at you know, the or exchange here, looking for new shit. When we find new shit, we're gonna see if we can find some opportunities to make money with the new shit. It's that simple. Alright, now if that sounded still too complicated, I'm sure it didn't. You know, course down below, I try to, you know, you know, keep it real simple there, especially in the groups and stuff. Reach out and we'll try to get you in, paid, not free. A disclaimer. Alright, and as well, if you want something custom like this done, email down below, reach out to me and my team will get it built for you. Alright, but without further ado, I will be jumping back into code, because as you see here, we had our notifications kind of pinging. I'm gonna customize this a little bit, so that we can get the exact peers that we want, looking for, you know, like add to our list, and then eventually looking for arbitrages. So the rest of the video might be kind of quiet, but That's kind of like what we're doing, guys. So I'll probably see you in the middle or in the end. Probably crack some jokes there while I'm watching. Probably be hella distracted, but we'll get, hopefully you make it to the end of the video, and we will see you out on the other side once we have this new part of our flashloan bots. Okay, so take it easy, guys, and enjoy the video. Hey guys, don't worry. So right now I'm just don't worry if you get lost in all this. Like right now I'm just kind of clicking about the place, kind of thinking, like how am I gonna save this data, that I'm like looking for. I'm kind of thinking just like internalizing the best format for storing, things that we might be interested in, right? So you can see here we kind of have this variable I'm making. I'm gonna call it base currencies. Basically, what this is gonna do is just so it's gonna give me like split me a list of addresses, USDC, Matic, that sort of thing. I'm gonna be interested in when peers are created using that, right? Because remember I said we want to be early. So I'm kind of just thinking about the best way to do that. Going over this again. Alright, so this is what we'll do. Right? So we're creating just to go over it again. We're creating our list here of interest that we'll want. So we'll have um, we'll have a base token and what I'll call a secondary token, right? And we kind of just like build this list of things we're like watching from these events, right? And then as future events happen or whenever we think there's an arm, we're just gonna like look at that list again, quickly see what kind of opportunities there, looking at our secondaries that may be possible. So in pseudocode, that's probably something like I'm just gonna jot some quick pseudocode here so it makes sense. So it may be something like on I don't know, creating, right? Alright guys, the work continues. I almost feel like the print console on just to like make myself feel better. Alright, you guys will have to jump to the next video to see this going. I'm 99% sure it's fine. This is just kind of like the beginning of our code. Alright, so jump to the next video, which should be somewhere around here. If you want to see it, we pick it up. And again, quick reminder, if you do want something like this, trading bot, web2, web3 project done, email down below, reach out to me and my guys will get it done for you. But for now, I am going to sign out. I will catch you in the next one where we pick up on making our flash loans trading on arbitrage bot.